Good morning. Thoughts from the car today. Oh, it is rainy and gross today and kind of goes along with my mood, or maybe my mood goes along with this. I did not sleep well last night, so my voice is a little off. So please excuse that. So thoughts from the car on my way to work today. So if you saw my video yesterday I issued a challenge to do something bravely, especially as a people pleaser. This can be a hard thing. And yesterday, it's never lost on me that the challenge I may issue to someone else or something I may talk about that day, that it is something that I'm going to have to deal with myself. And yesterday I had to do something bravely. That scared me. That scared the people pleaser in me, and I did it. And there was fallout, emotional fallout on my end. And it was rough. It was a rough day yesterday. But that's not necessarily what I want to talk about. What I want to talk about is when something happens. It completely changed my day yesterday. It was a rough day. I was in a rough place. What I want to talk about with that, to that aspect, is about receiving well. Receiving kindness well. And then also receiving constructive criticism well. And how to do that in a way that is productive and for your growth and for your healing and my healing. Yesterday I just was down and out, and being someone who thrives in encouraging others and being kind to others and lifting them up, oftentimes I have difficulty receiving the same for myself. And so I kind of got called out on that a little bit when I had shared with my community that I was having a really rough day. And everybody was so encouraging in the community that I shared this. Super kind, super encouraging, just loving on me. And I had a really hard time receiving it. Like I was receiving it, but I wasn't receiving it well. And I was trying to turn around and encourage others. And, when really I was in a place where I just needed to receive. I needed to receive the kindness. And so I got called out on it. And so today I've been thinking, and even last night I was thinking about this too. What does it mean to receive well, especially like kindness? And I want to throw in there too constructive criticism, because yesterday, like I said, was a rough day, and my tone was a little off yesterday by last night. My tone was off, and I was being not very kind, like not intentionally trying to be mean, just sometimes things just get to you and your tone is off. I'm human. We're all human. And I received some criticism from someone because my tone was off. Rightly so. Did not mean it, but I'm not necessarily saying that it was constructive criticism, but criticism none the same. That was true. Anyway, so how do we receive kindness well and criticism well? I think the first thing on both of those that we have to remember is to ask ourselves is, are we listening well? Are we really hearing what is being said to us? Are we listening so that we can respond? Especially like when it comes to criticism. Are we trying to just defend ourselves or respond to someone and not receive what they're saying to us? And when it comes to kindness and encouragement, same thing. Are we listening to hear what someone is saying, to receive it well, so that we can utilize that for our own healing and our own being built up, our own encouragement that we all desperately need? Or are we looking to respond? Especially someone who's a people pleaser. If you're a recovering people pleaser like myself, this is super important for us to receive without trying to think about, how we're going to respond. So that's the first one, is are we listening well? Are we actually hearing? And then the second one goes into this, where are we listening and receiving in a way that we're not trying to make it transactional and trying to give reciprocity. So when it comes to like criticism, are we receiving what is being said to us and not trying to give criticism back or like give something back that maybe is inappropriate? And when it comes to kindness and encouragement, are we not trying to be in reciprocity where we're trying to encourage someone else when really we need to receive that encouragement and be in that place and rest and just receive well what is being said, because we need that for our own healing and growth. And then I think the third element to this is when we're listening and we're receiving is, are we receiving what we actually need in that moment? Because especially when it comes to like criticism, even, like a constructive criticism meant to help us and not just be like a backhanded thing. Not everything that is being said actually needs to be received. Sometimes there are things that we don't need to receive that's being said to us. So are we dividing out what we actually need to hear, what we actually need to see? Because especially when you're talking about criticism, remember, it's based on one person's perspective, their perception or perspective of you and a situation. So what are you receiving well? And even with kindness and encouragement, are you dividing out what you need to hear? Because remember a few days ago, we talked about the difference between a compliment and flattery. So when someone's trying to be kind, again, are they really encouraging you and giving you a compliment, or are they just trying to flatter you? Are they trying to get something out of you? So, you don't want to get all messy in the head because it's super easy to overthink everything. Hi, overthinker party of one here. But are you receiving what you need to receive and not just blanketly receiving everything? So, it's hard to keep all those things in mind, but I think it is part of receiving well. Those three things, listening well, not trying to respond or be in reciprocity, and dividing out truth about the situation of what you need to actually hear. So all those things kind of speed up the healing process on certain things. And also make it more finite, because remember, healing's not linear. And oftentimes we want healing to be very speedy and fast, but sometimes it needs to be slowed down in order for us to heal well. But that's a topic for another day. So anyway, I hope you will receive well today. When someone either criticizes you or gives you encouragement, it's something that I am working on for myself, and I'm over my time. So that's all I can say. Have a great day, guys. Bye.